They say a penny saved is a penny earned. Penny given, though, I think that depends. Okay, so let's kick this one off looking forward a little bit. There is a $1,400 stimulus on its way out to a bunch of people, and whether you get it or not, it's going to affect you. I imagine we're going to start seeing a few videos from people who know nothing about you telling you how to spend it. Whether you should buy gold or buy silver, how much to buy, and why you should be doing it right now. But I just think the most important thing for you to consider is that if a person giving the advice is getting that stimulus, it will effectively be free money to them. And people simply don't think about free money as responsibly as they think about hard-earned money. And that's not me judging, that just happens to everyone. Anybody's advice on how to spend free money is going to be a little bit wilder than their advice on how to spend earned money. Just keep that in mind. This is really just a recipe for disaster. I mean, the amount of wasted money in the next 30 days, it's going to be pretty profound. Now, if you aren't going to be getting that stimulus and you aren't getting a tax return, you might think that it's going to be business as usual for you, but you're still going to feel the effect one way or another, especially if you live here in the United States. The first thing we're going to see is that these high premiums are going to be reinforced, because if people have free money to spend and they believe what they're being told on YouTube about precious metals being poised to make a run like we've never seen before, the premiums aren't going to scare people the way they should. So a group of buyers with high expectations and new free money will be pouring more cash into metals. Dealers are going to do very well in that kind of environment. And I don't have any real expertise here, but my guess is that it's going to mean that we're going to continue to see availability issues, and we're going to continue to see the extraordinary premiums, at least for a few months yet. So to me, the need to practice some caution is more important right now than it ever has been, because whether you believe the economic indicators or not, we are going to see a springback of economic activity. Some of that's just going to be pent-up spending that was just put on pause, and some of it's going to be spurred on by this next round of stimulus and all the ongoing efforts, but it's coming. And if the economy does come back swinging in any way, the trading activity on metals is going to do more of what it's already doing. We've seen firsthand that the prices of gold and silver actually go down in that environment. The gains, they usually come after the new spending spree dies off. We realize that somebody has to pay for all this free money that's being spread around. So maybe the price of metals goes up a little bit in the short term, but we're going to have this middle ground between a bunch of people with free money and high hopes, and then the further out long tail effect of having to actually pay for it all. And in that place in between, we're going to see that there are people who are realizing that maybe metals weren't great short-term investments. Maybe silver didn't go to $1,000 like some YouTuber told them it would. And people are going to exit. They're going to realize that they have bills to pay, or their earned money isn't going as far as it used to, and they're going to sell their pile of silver, or they're going to lock it away in a safe and forget about it. The attention economy for metals right now is in a really weird place. So if you do have stimulus money coming to you, the last thing I'm going to try to do is tell you how to spend it. I certainly don't know you well enough, and I'm definitely not a financial advisor. But what I would say is that right now is probably the point in time where you should be the most careful. Because if there are deals on silver, I haven't personally seen them. I stopped buying silver when the premiums hit 25%, and they've only gone up from there. I mentioned that it was far too much opportunity cost compared to the actual opportunity that I saw last year, and I got challenged for that throughout the year. People continue to go back to those posts and complain, but nobody doing that complaining likes to admit that the assessment was correct. Silver never did take off and make that extra premium worth the cost. Now, the silver I bought under $20 spot and sold at $30 spot, that was a 50% gain, and there was really no risk of losing money. But today, you're going to have to pay 30% or 50% premium right out of the gate, and that increases its risk. Now, if that changes and the spot price of silver goes back down and the premiums go down as well, I'm a buyer again. I just don't think right now is that opportunity. That's not advice, that's not a recommendation on what you should do, that's just my personal opinion. Now, the risk in gold right now is easier to navigate, in my opinion. It's just easier to spot. If you can avoid a 12 to 16% premium on a gold coin, and you recognize that the price of gold could go down in the short term, then you're limiting your potential losses. You don't put yourself in a position where you regret that purchase and need to sell at a loss. Now, there are deals on gold right now if you wait to strike. I keep seeing 2021 Britannias popping up online for 5% over spot. If you try to grab a Buffalo online, though, with the credit card, that's instantly going to cost you 20%. And no matter what anybody tells you, you don't get that back. So if you're buying gold for retirement or as a hedge, basically as a bit of extra Charlie Foxtrot insurance, then you have the right mentality. And getting some gold for that, I think, is a good plan. But getting gold at the ordinary 5 or 6% premium, that's a great plan. So if you have stimulus money or tax return money or whatever, the only thing that I deliver as actual advice is to not think of it as free money. And then to a lesser extent, just be super careful and don't listen to anyone giving you advice on how to waste it. And if you have silver in your targets, by all means, go for it. Just don't spend $40 for something with a set value of $26. And with gold, look for the smarter deals. Now, here are two 24-karat government-backed gold coins. And normally I'd tell you to go for the Buffalo here in the United States because it's more well-known, it's more trusted, it's just also a little bit of a fantastic coin. But this Britannia is equal in almost every other way, and it's actually superior in a few ways, particularly with the security features. And if you buy them online right now, you're going to see a swing of $150 or more. That's 10% of your retirement savings or your CF insurance, whatever you call it, that's just simply lost. Now, when premiums come back down again, and they will, that suggestion changes. Given a similar price in coins, say a difference of a few percentage points, you should always go with your home team gold coins. That's just good exit planning. So if you get where I'm going with all this, I'd say that there are really solid fundamentals in gold and silver, but only if you buy them right. So if you're anxious to get your money into something on the verge of going parabolic, maybe you really should look up a financial planner, because the advice around these parts tends to be pretty loose. Now, I'm as enthusiastic about gold as I've ever been, but I'm definitely not going to be rushing in these kinds of conditions. And there's a big part of me thinking that buying gold and silver is going to continue to be hard for a while yet, because I'm expecting the circus to step it up a notch for the next month or so. So while I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy silver or you shouldn't buy gold, I am saying that your typical buying plans might not be the best strategy right now. And that's why I keep talking about something like a Britannia being really high on my list, when normally my plan is always going to favor buffaloes or eagles. It just might be a good time to stop and take a look at all the things that have changed lately. Now, none of us can say if the prices of gold and silver are going up or down in the short term, but all of us can control the price we pay for that gold and silver just by doing a little bit more shopping for the best deals. So good luck. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to let me know what you're seeing or planning over the next few weeks. I know there are a few of you having a bit more luck than others finding those deals right now. So let us know in the comments. And while you're there, be sure to hit that like button. I appreciate that. Thank you again for watching. Always appreciate your time. Take care.